one thing we could say about any sports team is when your city's team wins, the city gets together, comes together in support. And we've definitely had our fair share of coming together from one particular city to support one particular team. Without any further ado, the following nominees are for the Sports City of the Year. Now, this award is based off of a couple of factors. Obviously, overall success of all of these cities' teams, or the success of one of them, and just everyone coming together to support them. You can look at it whatever way you want, but here are the nominees for the Sports City of the Year. Chicago, Boston, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Oakland, Los Angeles, and Denver. Now, if you look at a city like Boston, for example, you have the Boston Red Sox, who, over the past couple of years, have had some forgettable seasons coming after their World Series win in 2013. They made the playoffs. They made it to the ALDS. You look at a team like the New England Patriots, once again making the playoffs. You look at a team like the Bruins and the Celtics. They've had their own share of success as well. All four, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. I've been running around trying to do all these awards, so I haven't really factored everything in. But if I'm not mistaken, I believe all four Boston-based teams made their respective playoffs. Again, if I'm wrong, let me know. But that's just an example. You look at a team like, a city like Pittsburgh. You got the Pittsburgh Penguins. You have the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh Penguins wound up winning the Stanley Cup. The Steelers wound up having a little bit of success too. You know, the Pirates were in it pretty much the entire year. They failed to make the playoffs, but hey, you never know. Next year's another year. You have a city like Los Angeles. You clearly have the LA Clippers. You clearly have the LA Dodgers, the LA Kings. You know, success there as well. Denver, same thing with the Denver Broncos winning the Super Bowl. You have Oakland. Big surprise, obviously, with the Oakland Raiders in the position that they're in. You also have the Golden State Warriors, who are, you can argue, the best team in the NBA, or, in the case of the 2016 NBA Finals, the second best team in the NBA. Look at a city like Cleveland. Obviously, you still have the Browns, so Cleveland's not perfect. But, you know, the Indians taking steps in the right direction. Indians making it to the World Series. You have the Cleveland Cavaliers, obviously, winning the NBA Finals. But there was one winner for both the fans and the committee. And the winner for the Sports City of the Year is Chicago. Now, obviously, you can look at the Chicago Blackhawks. They had another successful run leading to a playoff berth. But it was all about the Chicago Cubs this year. 108 years have gone by since the Cubs made it, and let me rephrase that. 108 years since the Chicago Cubs have won a World Series. It's been a lot less than that since they've made a World Series. Still far off, but you get what I'm saying. So, obviously, one thing that Chicago did, no matter if you were a football team or a basketball team or a hockey team, you came together to support the Chicago Cubs. And that is the ultimate level of respect when you have your entire city rooting for you, no matter what team you root for, no matter what sport you're affiliated with. And that's ultimately what this award is about. So Chicago is this year's Sports City of the Year. Thanks, guys. We'll be back with more.